Joseph-based high school Cardinals and the visiting Wildcats of Westport High School. This is Tyler Clark, Swansea Cable Access Channel 9. Pleased to bring you this game live on our Swansea Cable Access Facebook page. And joining me once again is Brady Kudo.
Thanks, Tyler. Welcome, everybody. I'm really excited to see this matchup today between Case and Westport. Case, I believe they lost last time out to Middleborough High School. They just lost to Westport by 3. Case, they want vengeance. They want vengeance on Westport, obviously, tonight. Westport, they're coming in hot, right? They're going to shoot the ball well, and it's going to be a thriller.
Case comes into this game with a record of 2-2. One of those losses was last week to Westport High School. They only lost by 3 points, score of 52-49. The Wildcats come into the record of 2-1, just fresh off a loss to Bourne. We are underway for the Paul Monahan Gymnasium. That opening tip-off is controlled by Riley Fitzgerald for Case. She has a quick pass up to number 10. That's Jamie Mona's back to Fitzgerald. She's going to try and drive. She's going to put it up around the rim and no good. Tipped around and controlled by the Wildcats. That was number 20, Jess Carney. Brady, it's worth pointing out going into this, there are no seniors on the Wildcat team.
Yeah, that's really interesting. Westport has this young core, and it's a great young core. They start 2 freshmen, number 4, Leah Sylvain, and number 13, Mayton Majori. And it's really interesting to watch them because they don't play like freshmen.
No, they
don't play like freshmen at all.
And Westport is a 7 through 8 school. I want to put that at Lily Pachette, a sophomore with that opening bucket to make it 2-0. They're junior, senior high school, so they're 7th through 12th grade, so basically anybody goes. Case is the same way, but we don't have any 8th graders on the team. They're mostly playing on the JV team, but a steal there for Westport. Really off to a flying start as Leah Sylvain, a freshman, puts it in. It's 4-0 in favor of the Wildcats. Like I said, they did play each other last week at Westport High School. The final score was 52-49, so it was a very close game. And a foul there on Amber Arruda. Let's see who that foul was on. That was going to be on 20, Jess Carney, her first, the team's first. They put Amber Arruda to the line for a couple of free throws here.
Amber Arruda at the line shoots 2 for the Cardinals.
And Amber makes that first free throw. Second one in and out. Brady, we're mentioning the youth of Westport, but it's worth pointing out that Amber's the only senior on the Case team as well.
Amber is the only senior, and Case also starts 2 freshmen, Brooke Orr and Jamie Monas, and they're even teams.
Right, I would say that the height differential out there, roughly the same as well. In terms of the youth, Case may have a little bit on Westport. Looking at their roster, I say that, but Case has 5 freshmen on the roster, 2 of which start, but they've all played, the last game that we did at least. Last week against Diamond, the first game we broadcast, all of the freshmen played in that game, so it's not like they're on the roster not actively doing anything.
Coach Dave Silva loves to use all the players on his roster, and with 5 freshmen, he uses them all, and they're all productive.
Yeah, every player that comes in there has a
key role, whether it's a role player on the bench or a starter that'll give you 20 points per game, as Brooke Orton does.
Right, she's been sensational so far the first couple of games, and a steal there by Amber Arruda. She takes that pass from Westport. Here comes Orton the other way. Lost the handle, might have been tipped away briefly. She did get it back. Double team quickly. Trapped by the Wildcats. Gets it to Tori Bentoncourt. Over to Fitzgerald. That's an open look. 2-pointer. Her foot was on the line. That's only a 2-pointer. You have to have both of your feet completely behind that 3-point line for it to get 3 points. It's 4-3 in favor of Westport. They were off to a very quick start. The 4 points immediately. Inside and stolen by Mona. She gets it up to Tori Bentoncourt. Bentoncourt passes, Bentoncourt on the ground. That was stolen right there by Sylvain. Sylvain going to drive. Now look at the dish, and that's stolen. That gets up to Tori Bentoncourt if she can get to it, and she tips it back to Fitzgerald. That was excellent hustle by Tori. Fitzgerald looking to put it up, and 3-second call on Cage. You got to shoot that ball faster than that. And the Wildcats will take over after that turnover.
This is interesting. Case idolize using the full court press early. You can't blame them because, as I said, Westport likes to shoot the ball. They like to shoot threes, as Sylvain did there, as the foul's called on Sylvain.
Right, and she's a
freshman.
She's a freshman as well. There's freshmen everywhere in this game.
And they want to attack Westport early, whether it's on the offensive side, shooting the ball, or it's on the defensive side, poking the ball, trying to get these steals. I believe that's already 4 steals for Case already.
Something, yeah, like that.
That's great defense.
That pass for Fitzgerald from Fitzgerald for Bentoncourt was a little wide. That'll be a turnover. We have a sub coming in for the Wildcats. Number 3, Corinne Holden is in. Sylvain comes out. She looks like she's in a little bit of pain right now. Hopefully she'll end up being okay. We'll get a update on that.
Looks like her thumb was bleeding.
That looks like a
or her lip. I'm sorry.
Looks like a bit lip. Yeah, and that's a steal there by Tori Bentoncourt for a Case. She's going to bring it over the half-court mark. Dishes it back to Moniz. Quick pass over to Orton. Over to Moniz again. Inside look for Amber Arruda. Feeds it to her, and in it goes. Amber Arruda's going to give Case the lead. 5 unanswered points. It's 5-4 right now. So we have Sylvain getting some medical attention right in front of us. I certainly hope she's okay. We have the Case trainer and one of the Westport coaches testing to us like a bloody nose or something like that. So
I think it's a blood. I think the ball might have caught her lip. Might have bitten the lip. I don't know, but
we certainly hope she can feel better soon and get back in there. You never want to see that.
No.
Tori Bentoncourt with the move. She gives it over to Arruda. Quick little jumper. No good off the back of the rim. Rebounded underneath by Pichette for the Wildcats. It's over to Peyton Majori. Peyton drives it. She's going to give it over. That was to Lacey Chaunt, number 11. Back to Majori. She's going to be very well guarded by Case. Looks like they're going to use like a double T, and that's over to Holden. She's just briefed quickly into the game. Majori. Quick pass looking underneath for Pichette. Tipped away. Controlled by Fitzgerald. She gets it over to Moniz. She goes to the lane. No good. Well contested there by Majori. And a jump ball. Session arrow goes to Westport. Sub coming in, number 5, Abby Sorois. Tori Bentoncourt's going to come out for a breather. 3:48 remaining here in the first quarter. Quick pass over to Chaunt. They're just playing back and forth. Casey still going with a press. Westport finally gets it over the half-court mark. Double team there. Holden going to drive, puts it up and in. Corinne Holden. Just listening to that cheer from the crowd, we have a large number of fans from Westport here.
We do. Oh.
That pass went right to Westport coach Mike Pont. A little wide.
Mike Pont loves his team this year. There's a lot of talented girls.
They said they're coming in with a 2-1 record. They crushed Diamond in their first game and then barely beat Case in a very good game. They lost to Bourne. I don't have a score on what that was last week, but that was
more of a closer game, I believe.
It was on Monday or Tuesday this week. It must have been Monday. Today's December 27th, so they would have played on the 23rd. The official almost right into the Westport coach. You got to be careful. Official has to be able to run down the court, and a foul. It's like a reaching foul going to be called on Majori.
Westport foul number 13, Peyton Majori.
That's her first and the team's third. Case has not committed any fouls yet. To Amber Arruda looking for Sorois, a little high, gets it to her anyway. Sorois going to be quickly double teamed. Moniz to the corner, that's Orton.
You can't do that.
3-pointer, no good off the back of the rim.
They can't leave Orton wide open.
Rebound, no good. Arruda gets that rebound, puts it in. Gordon has been sensational this year for Case. She hasn't scored yet. Amber Arruda has 5 of their 7 points. Riley Fitzgerald has the other 2. It's 7-6. Carney now at the ball at the top of the key for the Wildcats. She gets it over to Chaunt, looking high for Majori over her head. This is Orton bringing it down for Case. She's going to drive to the lane, no good off the side of the backboard. And a jump ball called, I believe, by the official there.
Yes.
Actually, a foul called on Lily Pichette. That's the 4th on Westport.
4th of the team.
They're going to be careful.
Orton's going to get that into Fitzgerald. She's going to shoot that 3. No good. Front of the rim. Amber Arruda's on the ground laughing about whatever.
Looks like a loose ball foul. I don't know.
Comes up laughing. Hold it inside. That was a great pass, and she could not get that to go. Jamie Mona's going to control that ball coming over now for Case. She gets it to Sorois. Pump fake. Going to drive along the baseline. Now dishes it over to Orton in the corner for 3. No good. She gets the rebound. That was Sorois. Up to Moniz to Fitzgerald. She's going to shoot a 3 and get it.
Riley Fitzgerald is probably one of the best shooters on this team. You give her the open look, doesn't matter if it's in the mid-range, the paint, the 3. She's going to take it.
She's certainly an excellent shooter. She has been the last few years. Just gets better over time. Casey utilizes that drop very well here. Holden gets that pass over the half-court mark. Holden, that's up to number 20, Jess Carney. Carney looking to drive, and she is going to do so, and a travel there. He made that move. You're right along with the officials, so you knew. Number 30, another freshman, Olivia Silva, comes in. And Brooke Orton's going to come out for a rest. 1 minute and 15 seconds to go here in the first quarter. It is 10-6 in favor of the Cardinals. Mona's going to drive, puts it up, no good. That rebound goes to the Wildcats. This is Holden coming down now for Westport. She's going to drive, puts it up and in, and a foul. So Corinne Holden puts that in, and foul. The foul's going to be on Fitzgerald, her first, and the team's first.
Corinne Holden at the line for Westport will shoot 1.
I always hate to talk when there's a free throw going on. It's so quiet. I did want to point out that Leah Sylvain for the Wildcats did leave briefly to go with the Case Schrader, but she is returning. She's back in the gym, so we might be seeing her back in the game shortly. Soroyce's shot is no good. Rebounded by Silva for a Case. That's Fitzgerald for 3. No good. Had a good look at least, and she gets her own rebound. Took quite a bounce. That's going to be Mona. She's going to drive over to Silva in the corner. Back to Fitzgerald. Double teamed immediately. And in Baruda inside. Looking for Silva. Tipped away. Controlled by Holden. Ball on the ground. And a foul going to be called there, I believe, on Aruda.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amber is very aggressive, but she's got to watch. And Sylvain is indeed going to come back in. She's in. And number 11, Lacey Chaunt, comes out. Westport has 23 seconds. If they really want to, they can hold for the final shot. Be interesting to see what they do. Holden gets it to Sylvain. She thought about it. 3. Back to Holden, just playing back and forth catch. 10 seconds to go here. Westport can still take their time. Holden back to Sylvain. She's going to shoot the 3 and swish. Sylvain for 3. Case is going to run out of time. Fitzgerald puts it up and hit the backboard at least.
That was close.
No good at the end of the first quarter. The score is 11-10 in favor of the Wildcats. It's a very good first quarter, Brady.
That was a good first quarter. A lot of defense played, and I think both teams, they really got to prove on the offensive side of the ball. You can't have, 6 turnovers, something
right,
like that between each team. You can't have that, right? So I think one thing they'll emphasize in the huddles, protect the ball better, and they've been shooting the 3 ball really well. Both teams have been shooting the 3 really well, and I expect to see more of that.
Now that you know you're on camera, you're not going to go try and spy on the Westport coach like you did for Diamond in that game we did last week.
I can still hear him.
Point update quickly. Case only has 2 players scoring so far. Amber Aruda and Riley Fitzgerald both have 5 points apiece. Corinne Holden has 4 points for the Wildcats. Leah Sylvain has 5. And Lily Pichette with 2. Again, if you're watching this game live on our Swansea Cable Access Facebook page, we welcome you. We are glad that you were tuning in to watch this game between the Lady Cardinals of Hayes High School and the Westport Wildcats. They said Westport with a 2-1 record, the Cardinals with a 2-2 record. Both the boys and girls will be taking on Diamond High School on Monday. We should be here for the boys game.
Yes, we should.
And tonight, the boys are not playing Westport. They're actually playing Bishop Connolly instead. Interesting to see how they end up doing with that. I'm not sure what Connolly's record is. But here we go from the second quarter, for the Paul Monahan Gymnasium. As I said, the score is 11-10 in favor of the Wildcats right now. Inside pass for Aruda, puts it up, no good. Soroyce went for the rebound, but Pichette, she is very tall, just kind of plucked that right out of the air. She rivals Amber Aruda in height. Pichette only a sophomore. 3-pointer for the Wildcats, no good. Ball is tipped around, still on the ground, and controlled by Aruda. Up to Silva in pass, looking for Orton, and a little too much zip on that pass, unfortunately, and that's going to end up being a turnover for the Cardinals.
Case still using that press.
And it's worked pretty well so far. They're going to back off a little bit here as Westport just going to get this over. That's Majori, well guarded by Orton. Over to Sylvain. Will be guarded by Riley Fitzgerald. Looks like Case is utilizing a zone defense right now.
You would be correct. There looks like a 2-3 zone.
Looks like a 2-3 zone. 3-pointer by Holden is no good. Rebounded by Amber Aruda. That pass looked like that slip coming out of her hand. That was kind of ugly, and she laughed about it. She knew it. So turnover goes right back to Westport. Sylvain for three, in and out. Oh, that was almost off the backboard and in, but not quite. Up to Fitzgerald. She's going to drive, and in it goes. Riley Fitzgerald.
That's textbook for Riley Fitzgerald, right? You
That's
give her that look close in the paint, it's going to go off the glass.
Get her
It's going to
an
go
open
in.
look almost anywhere in the court. She's going to make it, and a
most
block there from Maruda. Holding one up for that, and Maruda said no, and she blocked that. 12-11 is the score. Fitzgerald, that's a two-pointer if that goes, and that's over the backboard. So that is out of bounds call after the miss, and the Wildcats will get it in under their basket as Majori's going to get in to hold, and Case still going with that press. 6 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the second quarter. Carney going to drive. She's going to be quickly swarmed. Case still going with that zone. Open look at a three from Majori is no good. Rebounded by Aruda. Over to Soroyce. Soroyce to Orton. She's got an open three. She takes it, no good. And that rebound went to Majori for the Wildcats as she ends up with the ball yet again coming over the half-court mark. Good dribbling going on and contact there. It's a foul going to be called on Case.
Yeah, she got her just a little late. That was on Riley Fitzgerald. She got her just a little too late.
Team's third, her first. Nobody for either team has more than one foul so far. Actually, that's her second. Oh, I gave that other foul to Morgan Fitzgerald. It wasn't played yet. That's my bad.
Yeah, Morgan just checked in.
Morgan just checked in.
Riley.
So that's Riley's second foul. I gave it to the wrong Fitzgerald. Oren looking for Morgan Fitzgerald. Ball on the ground. It's going to be a jump ball, and it is. And
Jump ball, possession, Westport.
that's here. Lily Pichette going to for Westport, and number 30, Sarah Perry, is in. They still going with the press as Morgan Fitzgerald. Jordan has excellent defense. And tipped around.
Morgan not letting her breathe. That's good defense.
Sylvain ends up getting it over. Still after that staunchy defense there from Case. Looking inside, that's to Carney. Westport has shot a lot of outside shot this game, not a lot inside. That shot is up from Majori, no good. Rebound goes to Fitzgerald and a foul. Buzzer went off, but the shot was off before that.
Foul charge number 13, Peyton Majori.
Fouls on Peyton Majori, her second, the team's fifth. Number 10, Jamie Mona is in, Olivia Silva's out. So Morgan Fitzgerald going to take over the point guard duties. She gives it over to Jamie Mona, who's quickly double teamed by Westport. That was excellent defense from the Wildcats. Shot is a foul there on Mona. She did bump her, and that's going to give Holden a couple of free throws.
Yeah, that didn't look like a foul from up here, and I don't know if it was a foul, but it looked like she just barely made contact.
There was contact, so whenever there's usually contact, Chill is probably going to call it. And the deathly silence that is a free throw in this gym. Holden makes it. It's a timeout called by the Wildcats after that first made free throw. So 4 minutes and 55 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. It is 12. Mention right now. Some nice music to listen to at least.
Yeah, Westport, another thing they do is that they in basketball, that's such a key thing to do, because if you can't get free throws, then you're not going to have a chance at winning the game.
No.
Case also shoots their free throws well, and that's what makes these teams so good. Well, one of the reasons that makes them so good is because they can shoot their free throws.
Case had a good season last year. They were one game short of making the tournament. Don't remember when the last time, I'm sure someone will team made the tournament, but it's been a couple of years. Looking to get back into it this year with that 2-2 record. Now, Swansea and Westport are very close to each other, but Case and Westport do not actually play in the same league. Case is part of the South Coast League, and Westport is part of the Mayflower League, I believe.
South Shore.
Is it South Shore? I think it was, no, Diamonds the Mayflower League.
Diamonds
that's right.
and Mayflower.
South Shore. There's too many things with South in my defense.
South, yeah.
But they are close to each other. Rivaling. Case is a little bit bigger than Westport High School is. At least the 9 to 12 population. Get more comments after this free throw. It was like unbelievably quiet there. They get 13-12. They are close to each other, but they play in slightly different leagues. Summarize what I was trying to say. Maroota to Morgan Fitzgerald going to drive on Fitzgerald. And that turnover will give the Westport Wildcats the ball again, as Majori will attempt to get it in. Majori and Sylvain, two of the freshmen in the starting. Lost that handle, out of bounds, off of Westport.
Westport coaches wanted a poke. I didn't see.
I didn't see a poke either. It looked like it was just kind of. And tip, that pass didn't take to Royce after all that. Bonus to Orton, who's been surprisingly quiet so far in this game. She puts it up, no. Out of bounds, off of
Looks like Aruda.
Off of Aruda. The official color they've been given is black. They are brown, but I guess it's easier just to say black. Number 30, Sarah Perry comes out. Pichette is back in. Case still going with that trap. 13-12 remains the score. High pass up to Holden. Tip gets to Sylvain. And a foul there called on Aruda. That is not a shooting foul.
Yeah, they'll call that on.
Number 4, Amber Aruda, second. 5th on the team.
Sub getting ready to come in. Couple subs. Riley McDonald's in the game for Case. Aruda comes out. And so does Morgan Fitzgerald. So Fitzgerald and Aruda both with 2 fouls, so they might be taking a bit of...
They got to watch...
a quick inbounds pass underneath. That was Jess Carney. As you were saying, they do have to watch their fouls. Neither one of them, you don't want either of them into foul trouble. In fact, they're the only ones who have scored this game for Case. Trying to get somebody else in there. McDonald misses that shot. Ball on the ground. That'll be a jump ball called. And a travel actually called on Case.
It looked like neither team had possession, but I think Case might have. The referees may have saw Case may have.
Case had possession and picked up when you're on the ground, you move a little bit, and that was a foul on McDonald.
That's a blocking foul on McDonald.
McDonald, her first. The team's 6th.
Her first and the team's 6th. So one more foul for Case, and the Wildcats will be in the bonus. And the free throw is good from Carney.
Westport's done their homework tonight for tonight.
And the second free throw is good as Carney makes them both.
I say that Westport's done their homework because they've scouted their shooters. Jamie Moniz, Brooke Orton, Soroyce just misses that 3. Morgan Fitzgerald, Riley Fitzgerald. And whenever one of their shooters, especially one of their 3-point that's a foul on Case. They're immediately going to the double team. That's why they've gotten so many turnovers, is because they go to the double team on the shooters. They're not letting them breathe, and they're not letting them dribble up to get an open look, whether that be from 3 or from the mid-range.
That was Sylvain continuing this good free throw shooting that's given Westport a 6-point lead. And that gets that one too. I mean, you make those free throws, then you're really making Case pay for those fouls. It's a 7-point lead. Case again, the only scores are Aruda and Fitzgerald so far, and they're both out of the game. Tipped out of bounds off of Westport. Orton gonna get that into Betancourt. He's trying to shake Sylvain. That pass looking for Moniz, but stolen by Carney. Carney coming down for the Wildcat, just as that to Sylvain. She's gonna be quickly double teamed. This Case continues that zone defense. Good defense by Moniz to tip that out, and the Wildcats will get that in. Majura gets it into Sylvain. About 3 minutes remaining here in the first half. Majura ends up with that ball back. Guarded by Jamie Moniz. It's over to Corinne Holden. To the corner to Sylvain, looking inside to Pichette. Lost it, got it back. Westmont only has 3 seconds. They got to shoot it. They finally get it off. That was blocked. That's a shot clock violation. So excellent defense from the Cardinals to force that violation. If that ball does not hit the rim, In 30 seconds, it's a turnover. They got that shot off, but it was blocked, and a timeout called by Coach Dave Silva. 19-12 is the score. We had a very close first quarter, but Case has only scored 2 points in the second quarter here. It's been all Westport here in the second quarter.
Leah Sylvain is outscoring Case with just free throws. It would not surprise me at all if Coach Dave Silva emphasizes not fouling in this huddle. And then Coach Mike Pont for Westport, what's he going to emphasize? These assistants, they've been stressing it all the time, the whole game. Play your game, do your job, focus on what you need to do, and that's what they've been doing so well. I don't even think Coach Pont went over anything in the huddle because they've been playing the game so well. So you got a 7-point lead. You're playing an excellent defense. What more do you want?
No, it's Westport has really come out very strong in this game.
They have.
As I said, it was only a 3-point victory for them over Case early this year, and it's kind of uncommon that they schedule they played each other last Friday, and they're playing each other again here. But that's just kind of how the scheduling works, especially when it's an out-of-conference game. And Case utilizing the same players there on the floor. That is stolen. It's probably not what Coach Dave Silva drew up in that huddle. Sylvain going to drive, puts it up, no good. She takes a tumble, but good defense from Case to force that right back up she goes. Probably the MVP so far in this game for the Cardinals. Tori Betancourt, that pass was a little wide looking for Horton. And a turnover there. Case having a hard time getting much going here in this quarter. They only have 2 points, as I said. Wildcats have 10. I believe it was 10-9 going into the quarter. Carney tipped away by Orton, and a tripping call there as Orton goes down. That was not intentional. And that foul is called on Carney.
Yeah, she had to be careful. She can't do that.
No, there was nothing malicious about that, but their feet just got tangled, which probably prevented a basket because Orton had a very clean look there going to the rim.
And the way Orton finishes, she finishes, it's like a tongue twister, finishes so well that, you're right, probably would have been a basket. So it's a good foul by Westport.
And that another turnover for Case. There gives the Wildcats the ball back. Holden looking inside for Pichette, tipped out of bounds off of Riley McDonald for the Cardinals. 15 seconds on the shot clock for Westport as Sylvain is going to try to get this in, and she does to Pichette. Up to Holden, had an open look, didn't take it. Case going back to that zone defense. Majura going to be guarded by Betancourt. Westport has 7 seconds on the shot clock. They have to hurry. They side that ball 3 seconds. Sylvain has to heave it, and no good. That almost went in. Rebound goes to Orton. She's going to drive, puts it up, no good. Rebound goes to Sylvain. She's going to control it, 1:20 to go in the half. Over to Holden, back to Sylvain. Quick pass over to Carney. Inside to Pichette. She's going to drive with it. She puts it up. That was blocked by McDonald. Just kind of take that right out of the air. And a foul call, a travel call. That'll be a foul for a second, but a foul called on Betancourt. Number 30, Sarah Perry, back in for Westport.
That did not look like a travel.
Well, that's what it was.
I know, but I don't know.
Can't do much about when the official made the call. Minute to go here in the first half. Case only has 2 points in this quarter.
If anything, that looks like a reaching foul. I don't.
Stuck on this for a while. Turnover there. McAllister gives that up to Betancourt and looking for McAllister again, and the ball is on the ground off of the Wildcats. So Case will take over in front of the Swansea Cable Access live feed in the corner. That wasn't very good at that. Right into that with our second camera. Betancourt gets that inbounds pass. Passes tip, goes right to Jess Carney. That could have been a travel there. Sylvain, it looks like she took an extra step, but officials can't call everything. Tipped away by Monahan, but still goes to Holden anyway. Westport looking to probably kill some clock. I don't blame them. The shot is up. Perry, no good. Cage can hold this for the final shot if they want to. Orrin looking for Monahan and knocked out of bounds by Sarah Perry of the Wildcats. Cage has 15.4 seconds. It's 19-12 still A very quick game so far. Looking for Jamie Monas. That was dangerous, but it goes to her. Mona's going to put it up. Good defense from Westport. And a foul there. Going to be called on Sorois. And that foul is going to be on Sorois.
Abby Sorois, her second. The team's eighth.
Her second, the team's eighth, so it'll be 1-1 for Westport. Very good so far at the free throw line. And that fine night of the line continues as Perry makes that free throw. That's her first point of the game. It's 20-12 right now. And that's no good. The rebound goes inside to the Wildcats again, and a over-the-back call there on Majori, I think. And that is going to be on Majori, so that'll at least give Case a chance to earn some points. It'll be a 1-1. Number 25, Lily Pichette comes in for Westport. Majori with her third foul is going to come out.
Yeah, they got to watch Majori's fouls. They need her. They want to win this game. They need her, and they can't afford to let her foul out.
Sorois makes that free throw, as you said, too. Big part of this Westport team's Majori hasn't scored yet, but played great defense. And Sorois' second free throw is no good. Rebounded underneath, no good. That was McDonald, and put up, no good again. A lot of stuff going on under the basket. And that's going to do it here for the first half. Score is 20-13 in favor of Case. Do a quick point breakdown. We'll take a break. Amber Ruda with 5 points, Abby Sorois with 1, and Riley Fitzgerald with 7 for the Cardinals. For the Wildcats, Corinne Holden with 6, Leah Sylvain with 7, Jess Carney with 4, Lily Pichette with 4, and Sarah Perry rounds it out with 1 point. So, again, the score is 20-13 in favor of Case. We're going to take a quick break, and we will be back to bring you second half action. Welcome back to the start of the second half of tonight's game between the Josephus High School Cardinals and the visiting Wildcats of Westport High School. This is Tyler Clark, along with Brady Kudo. Pleased that you are joining us once again if you are watching live on our Swansea Cable Access Facebook page. A little bit of crunch for time coming back from the start of the half there, so I missed that shot from Orton, but she did miss that three-pointer. And she's going to get it quickly over to Fitzgerald, who's back in there, and good.
She doesn't miss, Tyler.
She doesn't miss. Riley Fitzgerald for 3. Her and Amber Aruda are out for a good part of that second quarter with foul trouble, and the score really shows as Case only managed to score 3 points in that entire quarter, and 2 of them are Fitzgerald pretty early on. Pichette with that shot, no good for the Wildcats. Score was 20-13 at halftime. Now it is 20-16 as Amber Aruda misses that shot. Didn't even get a chance to go in because we had the buzzer for halftime, and the teams went out there immediately and started going at it. And Majori is fouled there, so she'll have a chance for a couple of free throws. Oh, that foul was on Riley Fitzgerald. That's not good.
That's her third. She's going to be careful.
Her third. Riley really needs to be careful. Majori gets the roll. That's her first points of the game. Looks like they're going to keep Fitzgerald out there.
They need her. To stay out there.
Riley just certainly has to be careful. Majori makes that free throw as well. Westport has done a phenomenal job from the free throw line. 22-16 is the score. Orton for 3, got it!
Nice shot by Brooke.
Brooke Orton.
It's her first made 3 this game, and Westport's gotten lucky a few times because she can shoot the 3 ball. She can also shoot the corner 3 ball really, really well.
Usually a prolific scorer, but Westport has really held her in check this game. But
they've done their homework. They've seen, hey, number 32, Brooke Orton, she can shoot the ball. We need to play like extra good defense on her.
Case has already doubled their point total from the second quarter, and we're only 1 minute and 12 seconds in to the third quarter.
Riley Fitzgerald and Amber Aruda make a huge difference when they're on the floor.
Yeah, they certainly do. Fitzgerald for 3, no good. Rebounded underneath, that was by Sorois, who gets it, and out of bounds off of Westport. And Orton gonna get that in for Case, and she does to Aruda. That was dangerous double team. Amber gets it up anyway, no good, a little too hard, gets the rebound amongst all of that and puts it up. She is so great in the paint, and it's suddenly a 1-point lead. Case going back to the trap, Royce knocks that away. She ran right into her teammate, Orton. Not a foul when you run into your own teammate. Sylvain is wide open for the three and off the glass.
Sylvain for 3.
Three-pointer for Sylvain. You don't usually see three-pointers off the glass, but you know it's there. You may as well use it.
That's true. You get that right angle off the glass. You never know, really. And I'm really actually surprised why Coach Ponton just called that timeout, but I can see it. I don't know what was said in that Case Cardinals huddle at halftime. But how many, we're at what, 3 minutes into the second?
About 3. Not even 2
3.
minutes.
Not even 2 minutes. They looked like a completely different team.
Case didn't really do much of anything there in the second quarter. They had an early basket from Fitzgerald and then a free throw by Royce late, but Westport was just smothering them. And so far, Case is playing like a completely different team. It's 25-21 right now. It was 22-21 before Sylvain with that clutch three-pointer there for the Wildcats. She has 10 points for Westport, and then she missed most of the first quarter too with that injury as well.
Yeah.
So she was out with something happened with her nose, I think. I didn't get the extent of that injury, but she came out for a lot of that first quarter and still has 10 points. She's tied with Fitzgerald for Case. Riley also has 10 points here. And Case gonna get this in after that three-pointer from Sylvain. 2 minutes and 3 seconds into the quarter, so already quite a few points being put up. Fitzgerald gonna drive, and a travel called on Fitzgerald. Going a little too fast with that.
Yeah, she's gonna control her dribble.
Westport gonna go back to the quick passing. Majuri and Holden playing catch. Majuri gonna dish it over to Pichette underneath. Lee Pichette's kind of like Amber Arruda, very tall. And
yeah, they're almost the same player.
Right off the glass. Arruda's got 2 years on Pichette in terms of age. But as I said before, as Royce puts that in.
Nice take by Abby Royce.
So I was saying, Westport has a lot of youth to them. They only have one junior on their team.
One junior, no seniors?
No seniors, and just freshmen and sophomores.
I want to point out something really interesting. Last year for Westport, there was an 8th grade girl. She started on varsity. Her name was Avery Rounds.
Correct. We just saw her last game for Diamond.
We saw her. The last girls' game we did was against Diamond. And we saw Avery in that game because Avery transferred from Westport to Diamond.
Right.
And Avery is an amazing and like wicked talented basketball player. Like she's in 9th grade and she plays basketball like she's in 12th grade.
And I remember her on the 8th grader on the Westport team last year, which was final score last year was 68-50 in favor of Queso. A lot more high scoring, but so her presence is definitely missed from this Westport team.
And I don't even know if it's really missed because Leah Sylvain is a freshman, and she had that injury the first quarter, and she has 13 points. 10 points.
10 points.
10 points. And
she's
a lot like Avery Rounds, and they lose one player and they get Sylvain, and honestly, you can't tell the difference.
No,
this Westport team, they're crazy good, and they're going to make a deep run in the state tournament.
They're going to be even better in a couple of years, I would say, when all this youth matures.
Absolutely.
Anyway, in the Case side, that was Jamie Moniz made 1 of 2 free throws, so that's her first point of the game. Makes it 27-24 in favor of Westport as that ball rolls near our live feed there in the corner with our second camera. That would not have been very good. I was the cameraman actually for many years for Case before I started doing the broadcasting. There was one time we used to have the camera set up in like the middle before they redid the gym about 7 years ago. That was like a big like division right in the middle, and I was up on like a podium there when I was filming the game. There's one time where the ball actually bounced up, and I had to go and swat it from hitting the camera because that tends to happen. Pichette misses the shot underneath the rim. Fitzgerald gonna get quick passing.
Yeah, see.
Orton is wide open and knocks
I was
home.
literally just about to say, if they get Fitzgerald or Brooke Orton to shoot a 3, it's going to be huge.
And
look what
Orton
just happened.
was wide open. I mean, she caught it, set her feet, and got it off in plenty of time.
Probably
and a travel there called on Westport.
That's good aggressive defense by Case. They just tied the game. They want to have even a greater chance of winning. They got to play that aggressive defense.
And that was a travel there. As you said, that was forced by that Case defense. Sarah Perry is in for the Wildcats. And Pichette's going to come out. Orton.
No? Oh.
Good defense.
Like
Oh, nothing was called for either team. Aruda.
There's Aruda.
Buries the jumper. So for the first time in a while, Case has regained the lead here. It's 29-27. A new team here in this quarter, and a foul is going to be called on Case on Jamie Moniz.
Yeah. Both those last shots, like Aruda's shot was really like wide open, and Orton's was really wide open. I just there's just something I noticed. I think they got to play.
Sylvain.
Wow.
That was
She's
a
got
deep
range.
3.
She has
That was
range.
a travel called on Westport. Carney was looking for a foul there, but she did pick up her foot. I thought that was a good call. Fitzgerald for Soroy. She's going to fake it, drives, puts it up, no good. Rebound goes to Jamie Moniz. Hook shot, no good off the front of the rim. Rebound right to Carney. She's going to give it back to Sylvain. 2 minutes, 40 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Inside look to Carney. Lost it, got it back to Sylvain, and 3-second call. I believe that was on Carney. And after that turnover, Case will take over now. Soroyce.
They're trying to get Brooke wide open for a 3.
Looks like Case, when they go at the zone, the Wildcats are using a man defense right now. Worked pretty well so far in the game, and a out of bounds off of Case. So the Wildcats will try to get this in, as that's Majori. And she does so to Sylvain, MVP of the game so far for the Wildcats.
Absolutely.
Back to Majori, and tipped around a little bit, and Sylvain ends up controlling it. Majori inside look to Carney, tipped back to Lacey Chaunt. And to the corner, Majori gonna drive inside to Carney, has an open look, puts it in. Short range jumper from in the paint. That's gonna tie it, 29-29. Phenomenal game so far. Westport had that lead up to 9 points in the second quarter before Case closed that in. Case has put up 16 in this quarter. That was more than they scored in the entire first half. Foul there on the Wildcats.
Westport foul number 13, Peyton Majori, her 4th. It's the team 7.
I wouldn't be Peyton's gonna come out.
That was
4
on
fouls.
Majori. Yeah, she's out. Kind of has to. It's 4 fouls.
For the Cardinals, Lily Pichette returns to the line.
Olivia Silva in the game for Case, and Pichette comes back in for Westport. Or trying to get it into Aruda. A little jumper, no good, a little too hard. Pichette towering over, and a foul called on Amber Aruda. That's her 3rd.
For Amber Aruda, her 3rd. Team's 3rd.
That's 3 on both Aruda and Fitzgerald. So 1 more on either of them, and they're certainly going to have to come out for a breather.
Wow.
2 integral parts of this Case attack. Pass for Sarah Perry is a little high. She controls it and misses the layup going to the rim.
Oh, Aruda blocked that.
And a little bit of a block, and controlled by Perry. Official let that play. That's going to be stolen now by Orton. She's going to get it in stride to Moniz, and fouled, and it counts.
They needed that play, Tyler.
They did
needed that
play.
explosive big play to get back in the game. They did that.
Team's 3rd. Moniz at the line will shoot 1 for the Cardinals.
Come on, Jamie.
That was on Sylvain. That was her 2nd. And the foul shot is no good. And control, that let me jump ball still on the ground and controlled, and a travel there called on Case. She took a little bit of a roll with it, so Westport kind of catches a break. Coach Mike Pont saying, can we get a loose ball from right in front of me?
I didn't see a loose ball, but that's me.
So Westport catches a bit of a break there after that missed free throw. 31-29, we have under a minute to go in the third quarter. Case with a smothering defense going on. Westport has to get rid of it, and they finally do. That was tipped behind the line, so that's not a backcourt violation. Looking inside for Pichette. She puts it up. It's no good. Rebound and fouled. That was Carney.
Yeah, there was a little contact there.
Cardinal foul, number 30, Olivia Silva.
Fouls on Olivia Silva. Her first, the team's fourth.
Carney shoots 1 for 1.
Yeah, Olivia, that was more of a physical play, and Olivia just drew the foul.
The foul shot is good. Westport's foul shooting is a big reason why they're leading right now. There are 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter. 32-31 in favor of the Wildcats. Pass was high for Silva. Perry coming down for Sylvain, and a travel. She took an extra step with it.
Yep. Yeah, she stopped, and then she took that one little extra step with her pivot foot. You can't do that. Fundamentals.
That's certainly what the coach is going to try and stress. Case can hold this for the final shot if they want to. That's 20 seconds remaining. Fitzgerald brings that over to Orton. I mean, if she has an open three, regardless of the time, she's going to take it. Silva going to put up a three. Got it!
Oh, Olivia! I know Olivia could shoot threes.
Olivia Silva for three. Westport has 5 seconds. 3 seconds, have to get it over. Perry, long shot. That was uncounted if it went, but it doesn't. And that'll do it here for the end of the third quarter. Score is 34-32 in favor of Case as the Cardinals churn out 21 points in that quarter to retake the lead. In the second quarter, it was completely controlled by Westport. I would say the first quarter was pretty even between the two teams. Westport controlled that second quarter, and Case certainly controlled that third quarter.
Without a doubt, you hit the nail on the head. You couldn't have said it any better. I'll tell you, I don't know what Dave Silva said in that locker room, but you know what he did say? He said something that completely lit a fire in Case. I think he probably mentioned that 3-point loss. Hey, we want to beat this team. We can beat this team. We will beat this team. What would you say, 21 points?
21 points. They had 13 at halftime.
That's huge.
Westport has 20-13 at halftime. So Westport had 12. That's still a pretty good quarter.
That is a good quarter. And the foul shooting, the foul shots, the free throws.
For the Wildcats, that's a big part of why they are
that's why
really in the game. That's why they were winning for most of it.
They were winning.
So right now the leading scorer for Case is Riley Fitzgerald with 10 points. Leah Sylvain also has 10 for the Wildcats. Jess Carney with 9 for the Wildcats, and Amber Ruda with 9 for Case. Has Perry with a 3 to start the quarter. Sarah Perry buries that 3 to give Westport the lead again. 35-34, this might come to the last shot. Brooke Orton for 3.
Answer back.
Did not quite answer back, off the back of the rim. Rebound goes to the Wildcats. Sylvain going to bring this over the half-court mark. She'll put up a three-pointer and no good.
They're letting them fly.
She's a phenomenal outside shooter. Both teams are really letting it fly right now. They're not shy to shoot that outside shot. Inside look, no good. That was Carney. She gets her own rebound, trying to get it out, and on the ground. Ball still on the ground, controlled by Perry. Excellent hustle play by Perry. Sylvain going to go to the lane and fouled.
Coach Pont's fired up.
Her fourth personal foul, team's fifth.
That foul's on Aruda. That's big. That's her fourth.
And it looks like she's staying in.
Free throw is good.
Oh, no, Jamie's coming in.
Aruda going to come out for a little while. You really need her at the end. And the second free throw, one of the best free throw shooting outings I've seen in this gym in a while. Boys or a girl, knocked away by Sylvain. What an incredible defensive play, and then finishes it up. Coach Dave Silva calls a timeout. That was much needed. And she gets quite an ovation from the Westport crowd and her coach, which is well deserved, I might add.
It is. Yeah, she's played a great game.
And score is 39-34. We're alternating quarters about which team is controlling it. It's Westport so far in this quarter. They've really come out.
Yeah.
And going to go through a couple things. The head coach for the Cardinals is Dave Silva. Assistant coaches are Julia LaRoche and Ellie Roberts. Team captains are Amber Ruda and Riley Fitzgerald. The Westport coach is Mike Pont. Westport looking to move to 3-1 on this season, and Case looking to move to 3-2. The game that can certainly go either way right now. It's a 5-point lead for the Wildcats. Leah Sylvain played out of her mind there for a brief time.
Yes, she
got
did.
An ovation from the Westport crowd, and got her coach fired up as well. Incredible hustle and incredible shooting, really. She has 14 points. She's only a freshman, so she'll be around for a while to come for this Westport team. And she did a staunch defense again, knocked out of bounds. Sylvain just got the Westport fans very happy about what she's going out there and doing right now. Case needs to get the momentum back in their favor.
Coach Pont's yelling, take 33 away, take Riley away. I don't know why. That does nothing, because Brooke could shoot the three.
They can both shoot the three very well. And knocked out of bounds off of Westport.
23.
They're telling him to get on.
Watch 33.
Watch 33 again. That's Fitzgerald. Orton going to get it in. Fitzgerald going to put up that three. No good off the back of the rim. She had a decent look at it.
Yeah.
Ball on the ground. Still on the ground. And a jump ball called by the official. Possession arrow goes to Case, so they're going to take over on the far side of the gym. Orton will get it in after she calls break.
Look at Olivia.
And Olivia Silva
Olivia
open at the
Silva
top,
wide
as you said, and tipped away. Controlled now by Sorois. Orton for three from the corner, and in it goes.
That's big.
Brooke Orton has 9 points. 3 3-pointers are all the points. That was very close to a backcourt violation for Westport. Phenomenal game. 39-37 is the score. Lacey Chaunt with the ball. She's going to look to dish it inside, and that'll be a jump ball. That possession's going to go to the Wildcats here. And Sylvain going to get it in. She does to Pichette. That's Perry open is Chaunt at the top of the key. Case going back to that zone defense. Perry going to launch it. No good off the backboard. Tipped around and out of bounds off of Case. Coach Dave Silva thought that was off of Westport, but the official was there and made the call. Sylvain, I thought she was going to shoot that. She certainly proved that she can make it. Shot is no good. Controlled by Silva. Goes over to Orton. Down by 2. Lost that handle for a second. She did get it back. Takes it away over to Silva, to Sorois. Underneath, that's Fitzgerald. You can't leave her open.
Good job, Riley. Yeah, that was a great feed. And plain and simple, they can't leave Riley open. Just on the court. Doesn't matter if it's in the paint, outside of the paint, mid-range, 3-point, half court even.
It's a tie game and a double team and a... It's like a timeout was called by Westport there. The official did give him the timeout.
Yeah. Yeah, he called that. He had a split second to call that timeout. He got it off at time.
He did. It was very close, but he got it off in time. I see one of the officials talking to the Westport fans on the other side of the court. It's very rare that you see fans talking to officials at all, if any way, because typically in a basketball game, the official is public enemy number one for really either team. So going back to this game, we have 5 minutes and 17 seconds left. It is 39-39. Really great game so far. Westport did have it up to a 9-point lead in the second quarter. Case closed that in the third quarter. Did take the lead briefly, and now it's back to a tie game. It can really go either way. I'm not really going to predict who's going to win this game. It's going to be either team.
Don't predict who's going to win, because any team could win. Now, here's something interesting. There's 5 minutes left, and I think Coach Pont, don't quote me on this. I think he has 1 or 2 timeouts left. I think Coach Silva also has I think he was it 4.5. I think.
I think it's
4.5. I think Coach Ponce used 2, so he's got 2 left with 5 minutes. That's going to be crucial.
By Silva, Jamie Moniz, no good, and a foul.
Good call by
on
the official.
Westport. Foul's going to.
Foul number 3, Corinne Holden, her second.
That's on Corinne Holden, her second, the team's 4th. But Moniz to the line for a couple of free throws. Gets the first one. That's 4 points to Jamie. That gives Case the lead, 40-39. And the second free throw is no good, but she gets her own rebound.
That's why you call hustle. That's why this team is so good, because they hustle.
Silva to the hole, no good. The rebound goes to Sorois, and a travel. I did see that from here. Yeah. That was a good call. So 4:58 remaining in the game. Really can go either way. It's a 1-point lead for the Cardinal. Dangerous pass from Holden to Carney, but it got it to her. This is going to be back to Holden now. Try to put a little spin move on. That's Carney. Holden has an open 3, but she doesn't take it. Case still going with that zone, and a jump ball called. Possession now is going to go to Case.
They get a basket here, 3-point, 2-point. That's huge. They need points.
Moniz is going to get it in. She does so.
Westport's going to play man-to-man.
They've been doing that for most of the game.
They have, most of the game.
Case has been mostly going with the zone. Actually, I think they've been going exclusively with the zone. I haven't seen them change. Silva for 3, no go!
Good take by Olivia.
Off the rim, rebound goes to Sorois. Back to Silva. She did knock down a 3-pointer earlier in this game.
Yeah, she could shoot.
It's going to be Orton for 3, no good. And the rebound again goes to Case. That's another offensive rebound. They're going to try and again, and a foul on the floor, not a shooting foul.
Yeah, that's another good call by the official.
It's going to be on Carney. So that's not a shooting foul, so no free throws. Both teams have 5 fouls. Case getting a lot of chances on this possession, but that one was high. Into the scorer's table, and the Wildcats will take over after that turnover. Whoa. And a screen set up. The official didn't see that. Moniz went down. Amber Ruda getting ready to come back in on the next break for the Cardinals.
Amber's got to be careful. She's got 4 fouls.
She does. That might have been partially blocked, that shot from Majori. Control. This is going to be Orton. Watch for her to the hole. No good. And out of bounds off of the Wildcats. Amber Ruda comes in for Case. And Olivia Silva going to come out.
Olivia's played here. She has those 3 points, but she's played great defense. She's grabbed a good number of boards.
Been a good effort from everyone. Ruda, the inside jumper, gets the roll.
Nice shot, Amber. Yeah, that's just vintage Amber Ruda. You know, in the paint, she'll, not chuck it, but she's got that shot that starts over her head.
Right, and that short jumper she's very good at. Almost a 3-pointer for Westport. Now Holden going to take it. That's a 2-pointer if it goes. It's no good. Ball tipped around, a scrum. The Wildcats, Bichette ends up with it. Now it's going to be a jump ball. Good effort from Westport. They're going to keep possession on that ball. That ball's in the air. There's players everywhere. It's always very exciting.
It's chaotic. It's fun.
Holden comes out. Tara Perry coming in. Now we have crunch time, 42-39. This was a score in the last game. Just reverse. A foul called on Fitzgerald.
Foul number 33, Riley Fitzgerald, her 4th personal foul, team 6.
That's not a bonus yet. Both teams have 6, so the next foul for either team is going to put the other in the bonus.
Riley fouls again, she fouls out.
Same thing with Amber Ruda. They both have 4. They have to be careful. Coach Dave Silva just saying, put your hands up, don't reach.
Yep. Don't
do anything that might trigger a foul. That shot is no good. Tipped around, Majuri going to control that rebound. Carney, foul. I heard that the contact from here.
I don't know. I think somebody's going to the bench.
That's on Aruda. That's it for her.
Cardinal foul number 4, Amber Ruda, her 5th personal foul. Team 7th.
And coach, when a player fouls out, they do get a brief timeout to figure out what they want to do and put someone in. I believe it's a 20-second timeout whenever that happens.
Yeah, Olivia's going to come back in.
So Silva's going to come back in, but that's it for Aruda. She didn't fight it. She knew. I heard the contact from up here. That was a clear foul.
Yeah, Amber had a great game. She had 11 points, I think 9 rebounds. She had a block.
Free throw is good for Carney. That's 10 points. Stupendous free throw shooting continues in this game for the Wildcats.
I don't think they've missed a free throw.
I think they maybe missed 1 or 2 earlier on. And that one counts too. Back to a 1-point game, 42-41. Has like a playoff atmosphere right now. Case with a 1-point lead. Soroy's gonna drive, a little too hard off the glass. Goes to Silva. Fitzgerald, she's gonna shoot it, no good. That would have been a dagger, another offensive rebound. Ball on the ground, still on the ground, and a foul. Gonna be on Jamie Moniz. A little bit of a push when she was going for that.
I thought that was going to be on Leah Sylvain on the same foul of the push, but I think Jamie may have done it a second earlier than
when you're
Leah.
diving for that loose ball and you end up like
you gotta be careful.
bumping into another player, they're going to call you for that foul. So Leah Sylvain for 1-1. Not the person you want at the free throw line if you're Case.
No. Nope. You don't want anybody at the free throw line.
But she missed it. The Case got a break there. That was a big time for a missed free throw for the Wildcats. Orton looking underneath for Moniz, tipped out of bounds off of Westport, so Case will try again. Orton gonna find a way to get it in. She does to Silva. Remember, Amber Ruda has fouled out. Long pass to Fitzgerald, open, three, two-pointer. Her foot was on the line. That was only a 2-pointer. I did see her foot on the line.
Hey, that's fine.
That was a good call from the official, but it does give Case a 3-point lead. Now and stolen by Jamie Moniz. Looking for Brooke Orton to the lane and foul. Sarah Perry with the foul there. She contacted
that was pretty hard.
Orton as she went up for it.
Westport foul charge to number 13, Peyton Majori.
So, that was a little bit of panic there from the Westport side. Would have been a foul with Majori. She was no part of that play. That foul's on Sarah Perry.
13-30, it's all right if you get those numbers mixed up, but if it was like 30 and like 25, then that's when you start to worry.
It was an honest error, and it was fixed. Perry's going to come out, and Corinne Holden is back in as a 4-point lead for Case. The second free throw is good. That's clutch.
Yes, it is.
From Brooke Orton. She's up to 11 points, 46-41. Case with the lead. Carney with the ball back to Majuri at the top of the key. She's going to be double teamed to the corner to Holden. Looking for Pichette, tipped away, gets it back. Carney going to drive, puts up a jumper, does not get the roll, out of bounds off of Soroyce. So Westport will get another try. A minute 52 is all that's left.
They got a full shot clock, so they don't need to worry.
They reset the shot clock as it hit the rim. Down by 5. They need a bucket here. The Wildcats do if they want to stay in this. Carney, almost a jump ball there. It was not called. Majuri for 3. That is huge. Boy, you talk about clutch. That was clutch. That makes it 46-44. So if you're watching this on our Swansea Cable Facebook page, I do hope you've been enjoying this really, truly great game here between Case and Westport. 46-44 is the score. This can still go either way. Minute 35, it's all that's left in the game. But I don't know, Brady, a very impressive second half from the Cardinals there.
Yeah, they've turned it around, as I've said multiple times. I don't know what was said in that locker room with Coach Silva and his Cardinals at the halftime, but they've looked like a completely different team, and they're hanging in there. These teams, they're almost identical. And last time Westport beat Case by 3, but the way this is looking, I don't know, could be the other way around.
46-44, like I said. Case has scored 33 points here in this half. The Wildcats have scored 24. So really a good half for both teams. Makes it 46-44 right now. Very early in the year. It's only the 5th game of the year for Case, 4th for the Wildcats, December 27th. So we still have all the games to play in 2020. Coming up after this, Saroy's going to get it in for Case. Westport going to back off completely from the full court press. Fitzgerald tipped away by Sylvain. She has been clutch. Holden going to have a wide open look under the basket. Corinne Holden going to tie it. Minute 15 to go. We are in crunch time right now in this game. Tied at 46. Tipped again by Sylvain.
Hands up.
She'll go to the lane and puts it in. And just like that, Leah Sylvain is almost single-handedly giving Westport the lead. Orton going to put it up. No good. Rebounded by Carney underneath for the Wildcats. And a blocking foul called.
Oh. I don't know. That looks like a travel.
The official says it's because she was pushed.
I didn't think she was pushed. I didn't see a push.
Total foul number 32, Brooke Orton.
Foul's going to be on Brooke Orton. Her first, the team's 9th, and a timeout called.
Smart timeout.
By Coach Dave Silva.
Smart
55 seconds remaining in the game. 48 to 46. There's a very quick turn of events there before that timeout call. Leah Sylvain, a big part of why Westport managed to come back into this game.
Yeah, she's one of those, I like to call them 5-tool players. 5-tool player means you can do everything. You can rebound, pass the ball, shoot the ball, play good defense, and you can shoot threes. You can handle the ball. That's the other one.
And she stole those passes. She has 16
She has
points.
displayed all 5 of those tools on the floor tonight. That's why she's so good. That's why she's my MVP for this. Not necessarily just Westport.
I would say for both teams.
I would say for both teams.
I would certainly agree with you. She has 16 points on the night. She leads all scores.
And I noted that Coach Dave Silva, he said that. Oh,
yeah, we'll wait till after the free throw. And the free throw is no good. So Kate's going to have a chance to get back to it. Silva with the rebound, and her foot is on the line. Well, that's big for the Wildcats because they get a new shot clock as well. They can hold on to this if they want to. Sylvain 16 points. She leads all scores. Riley Fitzgerald leads K scores with 14 points. Inbound pass goes in to Majori. That's going to look outside for Carney. No good. Rebound goes to Orton. Case is down by 2. Watch Holden coming from behind. Orton going to put it up. Does not get the roll. And rebounded by Sylvain there under the rim. 36 seconds are on the main, and that long pass up to Corinne Holden. Case suddenly down by 4 points after they had the lead. Monahan to the corner. Orton for 3, around the rim and out. Monahan's going to put it up, and she's fouled.
Yes, Jamie. Yes, Jamie. That's clutch. That's what you call big time, crunch time, clutch play from the Case Cardinals. Good job, Jamie.
So Jamie makes that basket. 50 to 48 is the score. One free throw coming up. Ramones, and she makes it. Only a 1-point game. Case might have to foul or at least try to force a turnover. The energy, the stadium tipped away. And it goes! Riley Fitzgerald! Westport has to hurry. They have 5 seconds. Sylvain coming down. Sylvain 3, 2, 1. Kaiser has to shoot it. Holden puts it up. No!
Oh my God!
And the Cardinals win it! Final score, 51 to 50.
Wow.
What a game, Brady. That might be one of the best games I have seen in this gym.
Wow, that was something.
Unbelievable.
That was something else. And, you know, before we go off the air, we got to give credit where credit is due. That was an awesome game from the Westport Wildcats.
It was, especially Leah Sylvain. That was just one of the best games I've ever seen in this gym.
Absolutely.
I'm sad that it's over.
Absolutely.
Final score, I forgot, 51 to 50 was the final score. I won't do a point breakdown. We'll just end the game right here. This is Tyler Clark, Swansea Cable Access Channel 9, along with Brady Kudo, saying goodnight from this wonderful game, and we'll see you next time.